Hi again, this is Ernie. I have another poem I'd like to read to everybody. This one's entitled, This Is My Family Tree, You See. We traced our tree back 15 generations. To Bishop's, Stortford, England, it's 1470, and the USA isn't even a nation. His name was William Abbott. Spelling our last name with one T was the habit. Next came John in 1495. I'm not sure how long he was alive. His son William was born in 1525. With his wife Margaret, they had 5 kids who survived. The first of 3 Georges in 1550 was born. His wife was named Bridget Wiley. They had 10 kids, now all gone. His son, also named George, was born in 1587. He and Elizabeth brought 9 more kids into the world, thank heaven. The last George was born June 14th in 1615. He left England on a ship named Arbella in search of a dream. He arrived here in 1637, just 22 years of age. Roxbury, Massachusetts was where he first settled as he turned the page. In 1646 he married Hannah Chandler, born May 22nd, 1630. They moved to Andover, Mass. And raised 13 kids, all very sturdy. He became a founding father of that place. A proprietor, farmer, and well-respected man was the case. In 1843, descendants gathered and erected a monument made of granite, located in the South Church burial ground for all to see on this planet. In reverence for their moral worth and Christian virtues, it stands 6 feet tall and will really move yous. His son William, born in 1657, a weaver by trade, was our next heir. Elizabeth Gary was his wife. Having 12 kids was not that rare. Born March 28, 1697, his youngest child, Paul, was next in line. When he sat down to eat, 12 kids would dine. In 1722, he and Elizabeth moved to Pomfret, Connecticut to farm. He died on May the 6th, 1752, in a place peaceful and calm. Our next descendant was Benjamin, born July 25th, 1724. He married Mary Ann Andrews, and 9 kids was his score. She died December 8, 1788. He then in 1790 married Hannah Brown. In 1793 they relocated to a brand new town, to Vermont, in a town called Brookfield. June 21st, 1807 was when he had his last meal. His youngest child Asa was born May 25th in 1756. His wife was Sarah Bidlick, with 7 more kids in the mix. He was a soldier in the Revolutionary War. To put one's life on the line for country, you couldn't ask for more. Their son Chauncey was next, a shoemaker by trade. May 8th, 1794 was when he was made. He lived in Hampton, Connecticut with his wife Mary Ann. Their son John Francis, born February 7th, 1833, was the next man. He married Sarah Louise Allen, born in 1843. They added 4 boys and 1 girl to our family tree. Born August 30th, 1871 in Natick, Rhode Island, Herbert was my great-grandfather. He married Gertrude Kate Tompkins in 1900, and the family grew 4 kids larger. My grandfather John Robert was their youngest child. Born January 12, 1915, he was part of my life for a very long while. He married my grandmother Eleanor Arnold after dating a very short time. They had 4 sons. Both worked hard every day to make a dime. My father John Robert Jr. was born November 6, 1938. A short time living in Baltimore, Maryland was not their fate. Back in Rhode Island, my grandfather got into the business of selling oil. The work was hard. Through the rain, sleet, and snow he would toil. They were a big part of my life, always in view. We lived in their home on Stern Street, in years just a few. They were loving, smiling, and easygoing. To this day I miss them dearly, if you want to be knowing. Our weekends at Buttonwoods Park were always the best. We played games, swam, and under the big tree at the point we would rest. That time together I will always cherish. Trip to Jolly Charlie's and Rocky Point we would always relish. I was lucky to have them in my life for so long. I loved hearing my grandmother in the choir sing those gospel songs. Bethany Baptist Church was where a lot of time was spent. My grandfather, a church leader, was always a gent. The Highland Memorial Cemetery in Johnston, Rhode Island is their final resting place. Ironically, they're in the Buttonwood section, believe it or not. I visit on occasion to reminisce, cry, and smile. It makes my soul feel good, if only for a while. So now you know all the ancestors in my family tree, from 1470 to the present for all to see. Every one of them has a piece in what is me. I'll try to live up and be all that George and Sarah would want me to be. That was a poem written by me in April of 2011. This is my family tree you see. Thanks for listening, everybody.